This is Swati, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering in Dundigal. In this lecture, we'll discuss some problems on designing of asynchronous counter. So we already know about the various types of counters. That is, two types of counters we have: synchronous counters and asynchronous counters. And we already know the differences between the synchronous counter and asynchronous counter. So in synchronous counter, the flip-flops, all the flip-flops are connected with the same clock. Whereas in asynchronous counter, all the flip-flops are connected with different clocks. Only the clock whose pulses are to be counted are given as the input to the first flip-flop, whereas the output of the first flip-flop is given as the clock input to the next flip-flop, and so on. So this is about the basic differences between synchronous and asynchronous counter. Now we'll see the design procedure of asynchronous counter, and we'll discuss some problems on asynchronous counter. So the asynchronous, in any counter, we'll connect number of flip-flops required, a number of flip-flops based on the number of pulses that are to be counted. So here, all the flip-flops are connected in series, and in asynchronous counter, as I said you that these are not synchronized by the same clock. So coming to the design procedure of asynchronous counter. So actually it is asynchronous counter. So small mistake. So design steps of asynchronous counter. So what is the first step? So similar to the synchronous counter design, we need to identify the number of flip-flops required to design a specified counter such that this condition is satisfied. This condition is nothing but 2 power n greater than or equals to n, where n is the number of flip-flops required and capital N is the number of states that the counter is going to be undergo, or else number of pulses that the counter is counting. Next, once the number of flip-flops are chosen, we need to select a type of flip-flop. So as we have various types of flip-flops like SR, JK, T and D flip-flop. So we have to choose the flip-flop of our interest. Once the flip-flop has been chosen, so draw the truth table for asynchronous counter. So how to draw the truth table? So as we know that we are going to design a counter such that for every clock pulse, the counter is changing its state. Based on that, we have to draw the truth table. So once the truth table is drawn, then we need to draw the key map in order to derive the simplified Boolean expression for the reset input of all the flip-flops. So we already know that every flip-flop will have reset or set input. So reset input, what is the main functionality of reset input? If the reset input is 1, then all the flip-flops will be cleared and it will go, the counter will go to the initial state, that is 0, 0, 0 state, all 0 state. So here, in case of this asynchronous counter design, after the truth table has been drawn, we need to derive the simplified expression for the reset input of all the flip-flops. What is the reset input that is to be given to all the flip-flops that we have to derive? So based on the reset input only, it is going to count the given sequence. It is going to count the pulses in the given sequence. So that is the next step. Once the equation has been a simplified expression for reset input is obtained, then draw the logic circuit by using flip-flops and any other logic gates, basic logic gates required. So those are the design steps. Now we'll see how to design a asynchronous sequential circuit by taking a problem. So let us take the first problem of asynchronous counter design, that is design a BCD ripple counter using JK flip-flop. So this is a problem statement. BCD ripple counter. As we all know that the asynchronous counters are also called as ripple counters. So now we are going to design a BCD ripple counter using JK flip-flop. So BCD counter means what? As we all know that BCD is a code in which we are going to code the decimal digits 0 to 9 into binary. So in order to represent that 0 to 9 in binary, we require 4 bits. So that means we can say that BCD is a 4-bit number. So and I want to have, as it is BCD counter, so I have to count 0 to 9. That means how many states we have? It has to undergo 10 states. Those are the states given by 0002 1001. So as we have identified that BCD counter, in which we are representing decimal digits 0 to 9 into binary. So for that I require 4-bit binary number. So as we have 4-bit binary number, what is the number of flip-flops that we require here? So the number of flip-flops we require here are 4 flip-flops, because a BCD number is having 4-bit binary equivalent. So that is why we need to have 4 flip-flops here in order to count 10 states from 0 to 9. So that is the number of flip-flops required here are 4. And the valid states, so with respect to 4 flip-flops, how many states I can count? I can count 2 power n, which is equals to 2 power 4, that is equals to 16. But I'm using, I want to count only BCD. That means I want to count only from 0 to 9. That means only 10 states are used here. What about the remaining states? Remaining 6 states. These states are unused. 6 states are unused states. Okay, which are considered to be don't care here. So the valid states in a BCD counter are 0002, 0001, 0010, and so on 1001. These are the valid states, and the remaining 6 states are considered to be invalid states, and those are considered to be don't cares. And as in the problem itself, it has been given that we want to design the BCD ripple counter using JK flip-flop. So the flip-flop chosen here is JK flip-flop. Now after that, the fourth step is draw the truth table for BCD ripple counter. So now how to draw the truth table? So here, in case of synchronous sequential circuits or else counters, we have drawn the truth table by considering the excitation table of flip-flop. But here it is not required. Only we need to have truth table of a counter. So we don't require any truth table or any excitation table of the flip-flop chosen. So we have to draw the truth table of counter. So that means what the counter truth table states. For every clock pulse applied, what will be the next state of the counter? That is given by the truth table. So here I am taking the first column, I am taking as a clock. And the counter states I'm taking it as a second column, that is QC. As I require 4 flip-flops here, I'm representing them as flip-flop D, C, B, A. So these are the 4 flip-flops required here. So as we have 4 flip-flops, we can have 4 outputs. Those outputs are represented as QD, QC, QB, QA. And I want to design the reset output. So I want to derive the equation for reset input of flip-flops here. So as I'm considering my reset input is active low input. So active low means if it is 0, then only it will be considered as that means if it is 0, then only it will be then only the flip-flop will be reset, because I am considering these are reset input as the active low input. So that is why. So if it is a valid state, how to derive the equation for reset input? If it is a valid state, consider the reset input as 1. If it is an invalid state, consider the reset output as 0. Because I am considering reset as active low. Reset as active low. Okay. If it is a case, if you are considering the reset as active high, then what should we do? For a valid state, we need to consider the reset input as 0. And for an invalid state, we have to consider the reset output as 1. So that is the thing that you have to remember, as we are considering the reset input of flip-flop as active low. So I am considering the output reset input should be considered as 1 for a valid state and 0 for an invalid state. So now for the initially, already we know that initially all the flip-flops are in reset state. So that is why the initial state of the counter is considered to be 0, 0, 0. When a first clock pulse is applied, so as we are designing a BCD counter, so it has to be incremented by 1 and hence the state will be 0, 0, 0, 1. Again, during the next clock pulse, so that is the second clock pulse, either the clock pulse may be considered as positive edge triggered or negative edge triggered flip-flop. So that is the thing. Either we can consider design a positive edge triggered flip-flop or we can have a negative edge triggered flip-flop. So whatever it is the case, for the next second clock pulse, the state of the counter will change to 0, 0, 1, 0 because it is going to be incremented by 1 here. Before it was 0, 0, 1. If it is incremented by 1, it will become 2 and the equivalent of 2, binary equivalent of 2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. Again for the next clock pulse, the state becomes 0, 0, 1, 1 and 0, 1, 0, 0. Next clock pulse 0, 1, 0, 1. As these are all the valid states, I am considering the reset input as 1 here. So next 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. So the next clock pulse, the state becomes 0, 1, 1. And for the next clock pulse, the state becomes 1, 0, 0. And for the next clock pulse, the state becomes 1, 0, 0, 1 and it is 1. And if you still apply the clock pulse here, 10, what is the next state? 1, 0, 1, 0. So as it is invalid state because we are designing a BCD counter. So all these remaining states from 1, 0, 0, 1, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1 will be considered as unused states. 1, 0, 1, 1. So it is also unused. So that is why reset output should be 1, 0, 12, 1, 1, 0, 0. So again it is 0, 13, 1, 1, 0, 1. It is 0, 14, 1, 1, 1, 0, 15 and 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So this is the truth table of the counter because we are designing a BCD counter. So all the 6 states from 1, 0, 1, 0 to 1, 1, 1 will be considered as invalid states. So this is the truth table of BCD counter. So now once it is done, what is the step 4? We need to derive the simplified Boolean expression for the reset output or else reset input of the flip-flops here. So for that, how many variable K-map is required? Because we have 4 flip-flops and all the 4 flip-flop outputs will be considered as inputs here. So that is why we are taking a 4 variable K-map. And now we are deriving the expression for reset input of flip-flop. So which is nothing but y I have represented in the truth table here. So now it is 1 for the combinations 0 to 9. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So here it is also 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. And we have to take the same order in which we have taken in the truth table. So QD, QC, QB, QA. So 0, this is 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, 6. This is 8, 9, 11, 10, 12, 13, 15, 14. So up to 0 to 9, we have 1. The reset function is 1. Next, for the remaining 6 combination, 10 to 15, that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 14, it is marked as 0. So as I want to derive the expression in as SOP, that is sum of products form. So I am going to group only the cells which are mapped with 1. So now I can form an octet here with all these 8 cells. So I have formed an octet and here 2 ones are left free. So that is why I am forming a quad with these 2 elements and these 2 elements. So now if I write the prime implicants for these groups here. So as For all the cells, we need to consider which variable is common. Only that variable we have to consider. And the variable which is varying, we have to eliminate it. So if you consider QD value, which is common to all the 8 cells, and it is equals to 0, so I am taking it as QD complement. Whereas QC is varying here. For this row it is 0, and for this row it is 1. And whereas QB and QA values are all varying for all this 8 cells. So eliminate QC, QB and QA. Only this group, this octet will give you QD complement. And coming to this quad here, this is formed by first row and last row. So for the first row and last row, QD value is not varying. So eliminate QD. Whereas QC value is common. So which is equals to 0. So take it in the complement form. And here if you observe the first column and second column. So for the first column and second column, QB value is common, which is 0. So take it in complement. Whereas QA value is varying. So eliminate QA. So QC complement, QB complement. So finally the expression for Y is given by QD complement plus QC complement into QB complement. So now we have to draw the logic circuit. So as you all know that we require 4 flip-flops here, and it is an asynchronous counter. So and it is an up counter, you remember. So when we are designing an up counter, the output Q of one flip-flop is given as clock input to the other flip-flop. Only the first flip-flop is applied with the clock pulse, whose pulses are to be counted. And the remaining all the flip-flops are applied with the output of the previous flip-flop as a clock input. So when you are designing an up counter, the Q should be connected as clock. When you are designing a down counter, Q bar should be connected as clock pulse to the next flip-flop. That you know, and we have already discussed in the asynchronous counter. Right. So now I am taking the 4 flip-flops. Okay. So these are the 4 flip-flops. So these are the 4 flip-flops here. So, and we have chosen JK flip-flop. And one thing you have to remember, whenever you are drawing an asynchronous counter, all the JK flip-flops inputs are connected to the logic high. Okay. So I'm taking 4 flip-flops here. Flip-flop A, B, C, D. So J and K inputs of all the flip-flops are connected to logic high. If you see here, JK input of all the flip-flops are connected to logic high, because we are operating all the flip-flops in the toggle mode. So when J and K inputs are equals to 1, then Q of T plus 1, that is the next state, is equals to the complement of present state. I want to operate in the toggle mode. So that is why I'm connecting all the flip-flops J and K inputs to the logic 1. And if you see the first flip-flop, we are applying the clock pulse, whose pulses are to be counted. Whereas the second flip-flop, clock pulse, is the output of the first flip-flop, which is Q, because I am designing an up counter. If you are designing a down counter, QA bar should be connected as clock to the second flip-flop. You have to remember that. So similarly, the second flip-flop output QB is connected as clock input to the third flip-flop. And similarly, the third flip-flop output QC is connected as clock input to the fourth flip-flop. And now, so we have the outputs, right? So even we have another inputs to the flip-flops, where it is reset. Reset is also known as clear, which clears the flip-flops. And as I told you that the reset input I am considering as active low. So that is indicated with a bubble here. Even the clock pulse is also what? It is a negative. That means even the flip-flops are all negative edge triggered flip-flops. And even I am considering the reset input as active low input. Okay, so that means if it is 0, then only when before applying it to the flip-flop it becomes 1. Then only it resets the flip-flop. So here now, as we already derived the equation for reset, what is that? Y is equals to QD complement plus QB complement into QC complement. So here, first of all, I'm taking an OR gate to which one of the input is QD complement. So QD complement, I can take it from here. Whereas another input to the OR gate is QB complement plus QC complement. So I am taking QB complement and QC complement. So this is QC complement. This is QB complement, giving it to an AND gate. So the output of this one is QB bar, QC bar. So plus QD complement. This is one. Now let us analyze this one. So let us consider my present state is 0, 1, 1, 1. Right? This is my present state. What should be my next state? When it is 7, the next state should be 1, 0, 0. Now let us analyze this one. So that means initially it is in 0. It is QD, QC, QB, QB, QA, right? So QA is what? 1. This is 1. This is 1. And QD is 0. Right? So if it is 0, then what about QD complement? It becomes 1. And if QB is 1, what about QB complement? 0. And QC complement is also 0. 0 into 0, what? 0. And whereas this one is 1. So this is 1. So what is applied here? 1 is applied here. 1 is applied here. That means reset input is 1. Means what? It will not be resetting all the flip-flops. If it is 0, then only all the flip-flops will be reset. Now, what happens for the clock pulse here? So, for the next clock pulse, as it is a negative edge triggered flip-flop, so for the negative edge of the clock here, so as we have connected in the toggle mode, what was the present state here? 1. Now, it will change its state to 0. So, now, this is applied as a clock to the second flip-flop. What is the transition that we have observed in QA? It is 1 to 0. Is it a negative edge or positive edge? It is a negative edge. It is changing from 1 to 0. So as we have a negative edge, so again the output of this flip-flop also changes. Okay. So now again, what is the transition we have here? Again 1 to 0. It is also a negative edge which is given as a clock to the third flip-flop. So again the third flip-flop state also toggles and becomes 0 here. And now 1 to 0. So what is the transition here? Again we have 1 to 0 means we have a negative edge in the clock of the fourth flip-flop. So what was the present state here? 0. Now it becomes 1. So now what is the state we have obtained here? Initially it was 0, 1, 1, 1. Whereas now the present state, now the state becomes 1, 0, 0. So that means whatever the circuit we have designed is correct. So this is a cross verification whether the circuit we have designed is correct or not. So consider any one of the state and during the next clock pulse whether we are getting the defined next state or not. So that is what we have to check. So as I have considered the present state as 0, 1, 1, I have got the next state as 1, 0, 0. So that means whatever the circuit that I have designed is correct. It is nothing but a BCD asynchronous up counter. Okay. So that is how we can design a synchronous counter. Let us take another problem here. That is design a mod 6 asynchronous counter using JK flip-flop. So mod 6 asynchronous counter. What is a mod 6 counter? This is a counter which can count 6 states. Okay. Which can count 6 states. And here, this is also an up counter. That means it is going to count 6 states. In order to count, that means the number of states here is 6 because it is a mod 6. Okay. So, n is equals to 6. So, now we have to consider this condition greater than or equal to n such that this condition is satisfied. We need to choose the value of n as 3. So, if the value of n is 3, that is 2 power 3 is 8. Which is equals, so that means 8 is greater than 6, and hence in order to design a mod 6 asynchronous counter, how many flip-flops we require? We require 3 flip-flops because it has to count 6 states. In order to count 6 states, we require minimum number of flip-flops, that is equals to 3. And what are the states here? So here as it is counting 6 states, we need to start from 0, 0, 0. So for the next clock pulse, it will change its states to 001, 010, 011, 100, 101. Once it has reached to 101, For the next clock pulse, the counter has to again go back to the previous state 000. Because we are designing a mod 6, it has to count only 6 states. So even for the next clock pulse, it will again go back to 000. So as we are using a 3 flip-flops here, so totally how many states we can have? 8 states. So the remaining 2 states are considered to be unused states. What are the remaining 2 states? 110, 111. So these are the states that are considered to be unused. Unused states. So now choose the type of flip-flop. Already it is given in the problem statement. Design on mod 6 asynchronous counter using JK flip-flop. So the type of flip-flop we have chosen is JK. So next we need to draw the truth table. So mod 6 counter, as we require 3 flip-flops here, we have taken 3 outputs, that is QC, QB and QA, and I'm writing the equation for reset output, that is Y. So initially the counter is in 0 state, that is reset state 000. For the first clock pulse, it will change its state to 001. Second clock pulse, it will be incremented by 1. So as it is 1, now it becomes 2, 010, 011, 100, 101. Whereas we have 2 unused states. So for these are all the used states. Okay. So and hence we are considering the reset input as again 1, because I am considering the reset as active low input. We are considering the reset input as active low. So for this, the output is considered to be 1. And as these 2 states are unused, I am considering the reset input as, that means when the unused states have been occurred, the counter has to reset to 0. So that is why I am considering it as 0. This is the meaning of that. When a counter encounters any unused states, it has to reset its flip-flop. So that is why I am making this reset output as 0. So now after this, we need to get the Boolean function for the, that is simplified Boolean expression for the reset output. So here it is a 3 variable, 3 flip-flops we have, and hence we need to take a 3 variable K-map, and the variables assigned as QC, QB, QA. So here up to 5 it is 1, and 6 and 7 it is considered to be 0. So 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5 it is mapped with 1, and 6 and 7 are mapped with 0, because the reset output is becoming 0 for the state 6 and 7. And now again I can form a quad here, 2 quads here. So this is 1 quad and this is 1 quad. And for this quad, the prime implicant, this quad. Okay, the prime implicant is QC complement, whereas QB, QA values are varying. And for this quad, what is the prime implicant here? QC value is varying, eliminate, whereas QB value is common, so QB complement, and QA value is also varying, eliminate QA. So QC complement plus QB complement. Now coming to the logic diagram here. So only the thing is, as we are designing asynchronous counter, I'm using 3 flip-flops here. So 3 JK flip-flops I'm using. The J and K inputs of all the 3 flip-flops should be connected to logic 1. And the first flip-flop is connected with clock pulse, whose pulses are to be counted. And the output of this one, and it is also an up counter. So QA is connected as clock, QB is connected as clock to the next one. Whereas we do have active low reset input here. So the reset input function is QC complement plus QB complement. So I'm taking QC complement and QB complement, and the output of this one is given as reset input to all the flip-flops. So this is about the problem 2. Even you can cross verify whether we have obtained the design next state properly or not. So here, for example, let us consider the unused state 110. When unused state, it has to reset the flip-flops, right? So if it is 0, it becomes 1, and it is 1, it becomes 0. So what is the output here? 0 plus 1, it is 1. Okay. So here, now what happens? As it is becoming 1 here, So it is 1 0 and it is 0, 0 1 1, right? So this is QC, QB, QA, right? So this is 0 1 1. So what happens to this one? This becomes 1 and this becomes 0 and this becomes 0. So now again this is 1 here, as it is 1. So what happens? The no flip-flop will be reset because the reset input is 1 here. Now during the first clock pulse, so what happens here? As it is a negative edge, so it changes its state to 0. So now what is the transition we have? 1 to 0, so which is applied here. So now again the output of the second flip-flop also toggles, and now again we have a transition from 1 to 0. So that means we have a negative edge in the clock of the third flip-flop. Again it will change its state to 1. Okay, so that is this is the next state. That means 0 1 0 0 1. It is 0 1 1. It is going back to 1 0 0. For example, if it is 1 1 0, so that means it is 1. Now let us consider. It is 1 0 0, right? So now what is the output here? This is 0 and this one is 1. So now what happens? Again this is 1. So no flip-flop resets here. So during the negative edge, it becomes 1. So what is the transition we have here? 0 to 1. So is it a negative edge to the next flip-flop? No, it is a positive edge. It is changing the output from 0 to 1. So that means it is a positive edge. So no change in the state here. Okay, so 0. It remains in the present state, which is 0. Now what is the transition we have here? 0 0 0. So that means a 0 to 0. So again we don't have any transition. So that is why it remains in the present state. Okay, so that means what is happening here? Even if you have 1 1 0 as the state, 1 1 0, right? 1 1 0. So now we do have a transition here, and that is 1. So 0 to 1. So no change here. No change means it remains in the present state 1. And next here again no change. So it remains 1. So this is the counter, mod 6 counter designing. So based on the clock pulses applied, it will go back to its present state and next state. So now let us see the next counter, that is a next example, mod 5 asynchronous up counter using JK flip-flop to count the sequence 0 2 3 7 6 and draw the logic circuit. Okay, so that means here he has given the sequence, his own sequence. So that means when the clock pulse is applied, if the present state is 0, it has to go back to 2. Next, if it is 2, it has to go to 3, that is 0 1 1. If it is 3, it has to go to 7 instead of 1 0 0, right? So this is the sequence given. Now what we need to do? We need to draw it. First, step 1. What is the step 1? For actually, it is a mod 5 asynchronous counter. That means n is equals to 5. Now we have to check for which value of small n this condition is satisfied. When n is equals to 3, this condition is satisfied. That means the number of flip-flops required is equals to 3. N is equals to 3, right? When n is equals to 3, and what are the states here? 0 0 0. During the next clock pulse, it will go back to 0. It will go to 0 1 0. When the present state is 0 1 0, it will go to 0 1 1. When the present state is 0 1 1, it will go to 1 1 1. When the present state is 1 1 1, it will go to 1 1 0. So this is the state. And here we have unused states. What are the unused states here? That is 4 1 0 0, comma 1 0 1, comma 0 0 1. These are the unused states. These are the unused states. Okay. So this is the step 1. Next, step 2. What is the step 2? We need to identify the flip-flops to be used. That is, we have chosen JK flip-flop because it is already given in the circuit diagram. Okay, and then step 3, draw the truth table of the counter which we are designing here. So as we require 3 flip-flops here, so I'm taking the clock pulse. Okay, so the clock pulse, and we have taken 3 flip-flops, QC, QB, QA, and here reset output which is Y. So this is the truth table here I am taking. So first initially the flip-flop is in 0 state, and we have to consider the active low reset input here. So next, during the next clock pulse, so it has to change its state to 0, 1, 0. Next, during the next clock pulse, as the present state is 0, 1, 0, what will be the next state? 0, 1, 1. Next, 0, 1, 1, 2, it has to go to 1, 1, 1 state. Next, fourth during the next fourth clock pulse, it has to go to 1, 1, 0. So during all this, the reset output should be 1. Let us consider the unused states. What are the unused states? 0, 0, 1. So then it has to reset. So that is why it is 0. Next, 6. That is 1, 0, 0. It has to reset. And then a 7th clock pulse. So if the present state is 1, 0, 1, then it has to reset the flip-flop. So this is my reset logic. This is the truth table of modify asynchronous up counter. So now we need to derive the equation for Y. So I'm deriving the equation for Y by considering a 3 variable K map. So this is my 3 variable K map here, QC, QB, QA. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So here it is 0, 1, and it is 2, 1. Next for 3 it is 1, and for 7 it is 1, and for 6 it is 1. Whereas for the remaining 0, 0, 1 it is 0, 1, 0, 0 it is 0, 1, 0, 1 it is 0. So means what we can do here, I can form a quad with this 4, and I can form a pair with these 2. So that means what is the prime implicant for this one? So as QC is varying, eliminate QC, whereas QB is common. So QB complement. Sorry, QB, only QB. So QB is common, which is 1, and hence I'm taking it as QB. Now coming to the pair, prime implicant for this pair. So QC is common and it is 0, QC complement, whereas QB is varying, eliminated, and QA is common, which is QA complement. QB plus QC complement, QA complement. QB plus QC complement, QA complement. So that is the equation. Now we need to draw the logic circuit. So what we have to take? We have to take 3 JK flip-flops here. Okay. So 3 JK flip-flops. So all the 3 JK flip-flops inputs, that is J and K inputs, are connected to logic 1. Okay. So logic 1. This is JB, KB, and JC, KC. So all the inputs are connected to, all the flip-flops inputs are connected to logic 1. So this is logic 1. So now first flip-flop is applied with the clock pulse. So this is my clock pulse, and it is again an up counter. So QA is connected as clock pulse to the next flip-flop, and QB is connected as clock pulse to the next flip-flop, and this is QC, whereas QA complement we have, and QB complement we have, and QC complement we have, right? So now we do have reset input. So these are the reset inputs. So before that we have to derive the equation of Y. So how can we have a Y equation? So Y can be obtained by taking an AND gate. Okay, so it is QC complement and QA complement, right? And we need to have an OR gate. This is an OR gate. Okay, and to this OR gate we have to give, this is QB complement. So this is nothing but Y here. What is Y? QB complement plus QC complement, QA complement. This Y is to be given as reset input. y is to be given as reset input. So this is the reset input which is given as the flip-flop. So this is the mod 6 asynchronous up counter which can count a sequence 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 7, 6. Okay. If any unused states are there, this counter will reset to 0, 0, 0. So that is an example of on asynchronous counter. Similarly, we can also design a synchronous counter using JK flip-flops, which can undergo a sequence of count, that is 0, 2, 3, 7, 6, where we should consider that for the next clock pulse, when the unused states are occurring, the counter has to go back to its initial state 0, 0, 0. So this is means what? This is an example of synchronous counter design. Synchronous counter design. So again, in the step 1, as we have as we want to design mod 5 counter. So n is equals to 5. So where n is equals 3 number of flip-flops are required, or 3 here. So here coming to the step 2. So step 2, we need to have the state diagram here. So if it is 0, 0, 0, so it has to go back to, it has to go to 0, 1, 0. Once it is going to 0, 1, 0, it has to go to 0, 1, 1. Then 1, 1, 1. Then 1, 1, 0. And then it has to go back to 0, 0, 0. Now, in the problem it is given that when the present state is unused states. What are the unused states we have? 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Then the next state should be 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Then the next state should be 0, 0, 0. Next 1, 0, 1. Next state should be 0, 0, 0. So this is a condition we need to consider. And what is the type of flip-flop chosen here? It is already mentioned in the state problem here, that is JK flip-flop we need to use. So as we are using JK flip-flop, we need to write down the, as we are designing a synchronous counter, right? We need to have the excitation table of JK flip-flop. Qn plus 1, JK. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. 0 don't care, 1 don't care, don't care 1. 1 don't care 1, don't care 0. So this is the excitation table of JK flip-flop, right? Use the JK flip-flop. And after using the JK flip-flop, what is the step 4? We need to derive the excitation table of counter here. How to derive the excitation table of counter here? So we are considering the clock pulses and we are considering the present state, as we require 3 flip-flops here, QC, QB, QA, and next state can be written as QC plus 1, QB plus 1, and QA plus 1. So this is the excitation table of counter here. So once it is done, so during the 0th clock pulse, we need to have 0. So 0, 0, 0. And next state will be 0, 1, 0. Next 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Next state will be 0, 1, 1. When the present state is 0, 1, 1, next state will be 1, 1, 1. When the present state is 1, 1, 1, next state will be 1, 1, 0. When it is 1, 1, 0, it again go back to 0, 0, 0. When we have present state as 0, 0, 1, the next state is 0, 0, 0. Because if any unused states are there, for the clock pulse applied, it has to go back to 0, 0 state. So 1, 0, 0, again it has to go back to 0, 0, 0. 1, 0, 1, again it has to go back to. So if it is not mentioned like this, we need to consider this as don't cares here. But as it is mentioned here, we have to consider if any of these unused states occurs for the clock pulse applied, it has to go back to initial state 0, 0, 0. So JC, KC, JB, KB, JA, KA. So now based on this, first let us consider this QC and QC plus 1, and we'll write down 0, 0, 0 don't care. Okay, and next 0, 0, 0 don't care. Next 0, 1, 1 don't care. 1, 1 don't care 0. 1, 0 don't care 1. Next 0, 0, 0 don't care. 1, 0 don't care 1. Okay, don't care 1, and 1, 0 don't care 1. Okay, next up. Now let us consider the next QB and QB plus 1. QB and QB plus 1. So 0, 1. 0, 1 is 1 don't care, and 1, 1 don't care 0. 1, 1 don't care 0. 1, 1 don't care 0. 1, 0 1 don't care. Okay, 1, 0 don't care 1. 1, 0 don't care 1. 0, 0 0 don't care. 0, 0 0 don't care. 0, 0 0 don't care. So this is how we have to write down the equation here. Now let us consider the next thing, QA plus 1, right? 0, 0 0 don't care. Okay, next 0, 1 1 don't care. 1, 1 don't care 0. 1, 0 don't care 1. 0, 0 0 don't care. Next 1, 0 don't care 1. 0, 0 0 don't care. 1, 0 don't care 1. So this is the next case, right? So we have written the J and K inputs for all this. So now after by using the K maps, we can derive the equations for JC, KC, and JB, KB, and then JA, KA. So now if you draw the K maps and write down the equations, here you will get the equations as for JC, QB, QA, and for KC it is QA complement plus QB complement, and similarly for JB you will get QC complement and QC complement and QA, and this KB is equals to QA complement, and JA is equals to QB complement, QA complement, and KA is equals to QC. So, sorry, this is QC complement. So, these are the things that we will get, the equations that we will get for the JC, JB, JA, KC, KB, and KA. Once these are all done, we have to draw the logic circuit by using these equations. I hope you can do this one. I'm giving you this as an assignment to you. You can try it. If you are not able to understand, if you are not able to get this one, you can post it in the chat box so that I can clarify your doubts. So once it is done, so what is the next thing? As it is a synchronous counter, so we have to take 3 JK flip-flops here. So all the 3 JK flip-flops are connected to logic 1. Okay, so here now first flip-flop JK flip-flop is connected to logic 1, where all the flip-flops are applied with same clock pulse, because this is a synchronous counter. So this is the clock pulse. Okay, so this is JA, KA, JB, KB, JC, KC. So now let us see here. JA is nothing but logic 1, not logic 1. So JA is nothing but QB complement, QC complement. So here we have QB complement, and we have QC complement, and QA complement. So what we need to do? We need to have an AND gate here where the outputs are QB and QC complement. So it is given as input to the QA. It is given as input to the JA. Next, what is KA? KA is nothing but, it is QC complement, right? Where KA is nothing but QC. KA is nothing but QC here. So QC is given as input to KA. Whereas KB is QA complement. KB is QA complement. Whereas JB is QC complement QA. QC complement. So here QC complement and QA. So this is QC complement, right? So I am taking an AND gate here. Okay. And to this AND gate, I am giving this QC complement and QA as input here. Next, KB is done. KB is QA complement. Okay. And JB is also done. Now JCKC, that is QB QA. So here we have QA, QB, and we have QA also. Here from this I am taking QA and I am giving it to here, this one. This is JC. Whereas KC is QA complement plus QB complement. So we have to take another AND gate here. QB complement and QA complement, right? So I have to take QA complement, give it to this and this one. So like that, we have to give the inputs to all the flip-flops. Okay. So you just draw the circuit neatly. Give the space, sufficient space between all the flip-flops so that you can draw neatly. So this is how we can design any synchronous or asynchronous counters depending on the design procedures here. I hope it is clear to everyone. That is how you can design any counter which can count any sequence. Either we can design an up counter or down counter. So only the thing is you have to remember the design procedure and the truth tables and excitation tables of all the flip-flops. So that's all for this lecture. Thank you one and all.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.